Here are 3 Bournemouth players Richard Hughes needs to sign right now. Liverpool's sporting director Richard Hughes built his reputation as a technical director during his time at Bournemouth. The Scotsman oversaw 2 promotions for the South Coast club, assembling multiple high-quality squads. Until the Bill Foley takeover in 2022, he achieved this mostly on a tight budget. The impact of Hughes's recruitment is still evident at Dean Court, with most of Andoni Iraola's squad having been brought in under Hughes's leadership. Notably, Hughes was also responsible for bringing in Iraola to fill the vacant managerial position after Gary O'Neill's departure. Hughes appears to have worked his magic again with Arne Slot, who has made an impressive start as Liverpool's head coach. However, the Reds are still waiting to see the full effects of Hughes's influence in the transfer market. The situation surrounding Federico Chiesa remains uncertain, and Georgi Mamardashvili won't join until next summer. But Hughes could revisit some of his former Bournemouth players, as there are a few top performers at the club who might prove valuable for Liverpool. With a potential need for squad reinforcements, especially if Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mohamed Salah, and Virgil van Dijk depart, Hughes could use his connections to secure some deals for Liverpool. Bournemouth could become a key source of talent for the Reds next summer. Ahead of the Premier League showdown between the 2 clubs next weekend, here's a look at some Bournemouth players that Liverpool should consider signing. Juventus's decision to sell a teenage centre-back for around 15 million last summer, with an additional 3 million in potential add-ons, seems increasingly questionable. At the time, Liverpool was also linked with him. The Dutch-born Spaniard has impressed since breaking into Bournemouth's first team in December. Alongside the solid Ilya Zabarny, he has helped the Cherries put together an impressive 11-match unbeaten run in the Premier League. The Premier League's chill guy has also netted a few goals. Although Hughes can't take credit for this one, as Hughes wasn't signed during his tenure, it's clear that Bournemouth's sharp transfer strategy remains intact. The 19-year-old is reportedly attracting attention from major clubs like Juventus, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Chelsea, and he appears destined for bigger things. Given Liverpool's need for a Van Dijk replacement and uncertainty surrounding Ibrahima Konate's future, the Reds should consider testing Bournemouth's resolve. Additionally, Hughes reportedly has a release clause that will become active next summer. Another potential target is Hungarian left-back Milos Kerkez, a player Hughes brought in from AZ Alkmaar in 2023. At 21 years old, Kerkez has flourished in the Premier League, contributing 2 goals and 3 assists this season. His dynamic style and solid performances have caught the attention of Liverpool's decision-makers, with many believing he could be a future replacement for Andy Robertson. Kerkez's age and skill set suggest he could anchor Liverpool's left-back position for years to come. Meanwhile, Ghanaian forward Antoine Semenyo has emerged as one of the division's most exciting attackers, thriving under Iraola. With 7 goals and 3 assists this season, the 25-year-old has been pivotal in Bournemouth's strong form. A player brought in by Hughes from Bristol City for around 10 million in 2023, Semenyo has quickly established himself as a top Premier League talent. With uncertainty surrounding Mohamed Salah and Luis Diaz, Liverpool may look to Semenyo to strengthen their attacking options. Though Semenyo recently signed a contract extension, securing him from Bournemouth will be a tough task. Could Hughes bring him to Liverpool once again? Despite a quiet January transfer window for Liverpool, there could still be business ahead. Liverpool is not typically active in January, preferring a more reactive approach to the winter market, and that's exactly what's happening at Anfield right now. Arne Slot's squad is well-balanced and capable of sustaining a push for both the Premier League and Champions League titles. Nevertheless, Liverpool could still be involved in some moves. In other news, Liverpool's global talent scouting manager, Kyle Woodbanks, was seen at the U20 Sudamericana tournament, suggesting the Reds are keeping tabs on potential transfers. One name linked to Liverpool is 17-year-old Franco Mastantuono, whose release clause stands at 47 million. Should Liverpool pursue Mastantuono, it would likely be a record-breaking deal, making him the most expensive player to be sold from Argentina's top flight. Liverpool's interest in Mastantuono is a sign that the Reds are still considering major moves, even though FSG is known for being cautious with big expenditures. Meanwhile, reports indicate that midfielder Stefan Bajcetic is on the verge of a loan move to Las Palmas. This, Liverpool to allow renowned ball boy, now academy striker, to leave after 9 years on Merseyside. Cannonier has been part of Liverpool since he was 11, making a notable impact in the 2021-22 season when he finished as the top scorer in the Under-18 Premier League. That season also saw him make his debut for the Under-21s. However, his playing time has dwindled since then, with only 26 appearances and 13 starts in the last 2 seasons. Injuries have significantly hampered his development and progress. Now 20 years old, Cannonier has struggled to move beyond his famous role as the ball boy who passed Trent Alexander-Arnold the ball for the quick corner that led to Divock Origi's second goal against Barcelona in 2019. This season, he's made just 4 appearances for the U21s, prompting Liverpool to allow the striker to explore a potential move to another club. Despite having another year and a half on his contract, it's likely the Reds will let him leave to seek more regular football. Earlier this season, Cannonier had the opportunity to train with Arne Slot's first-team squad, a recognition of his potential. Now he is on trial at Leeds United, the club he joined Liverpool's academy from in 2015. Cannonier played 30 minutes off the bench in their U21's 2-1 loss to West Ham U21s this week and hopes to secure a permanent move back to Leeds, likely on a free transfer. Meanwhile, Liverpool sporting director Richard Hughes is reportedly eyeing Jamie Gittens, an exciting young talent at Borussia Dortmund, as a potential signing. Richard Hughes' challenging start as Liverpool sporting director. Hughes has had a tough beginning to his role at Liverpool. This summer, he was expected to make a marquee signing in Martin Zubimendi, but after initial discussions, the player chose to stay at Real Sociedad. Similarly, the anticipated signing of Federico Chiesa hasn't panned out as hoped, with the Italian struggling for consistent playing time due to injuries and fitness issues. Georgi Mamardashvili, the goalkeeper signed from Valencia, will also only join Liverpool at the end of the season. With many fans eagerly awaiting new signings, especially with several key players potentially leaving this summer, Hughes has a major opportunity to boost his credibility by securing a deal for Gittens, who is attracting significant interest. Liverpool's chance to sign Jamie Gittens. Jamie Gittens has been impressive this season for Borussia Dortmund, contributing to 11 goals and 3 assists across both the Bundesliga and UEFA Champions League, despite not always being a regular starter. His 14.2 full 90-minute appearances in the Bundesliga have resulted in 7 goals and 3 assists, which averages to a goal involvement every 1.43 games. His performances are even more remarkable given that Dortmund has been struggling this season. The 20-year-old's potential is clear, and there's still plenty of room for improvement. Should Dortmund fail to qualify for the Champions League, they may be forced to sell Gittens. Bayern Munich are reportedly interested, but Dortmund would prefer to sell him abroad rather than to a direct rival. Chelsea and Manchester United are also linked with the winger, though both clubs may miss out on Champions League football next season. Liverpool, with their strong ties to Gittens, may be the most convincing option for both the player and Dortmund if the club decides to sell. If Hughes manages to secure this deal, it would certainly go a long way toward winning over Liverpool supporters. Real Madrid's growing interest in Trent Alexander-Arnold and Joshua Kimmich. Meanwhile, Real Madrid is reportedly keeping a close eye on Trent Alexander-Arnold, who has evolved into a key player for Liverpool. His ability to control the game from deeper positions has drawn comparisons to Bayern Munich's Joshua Kimmich, who is admired for his versatility and intelligence. Real Madrid has long been interested in Kimmich, but they now see Alexander-Arnold as a dynamic alternative. However, Liverpool's refusal to entertain offers for the English defender has frustrated Madrid's hopes of securing him in the future. Likewise, Bayern Munich is unlikely to let Kimmich leave easily, making Madrid's pursuit of both players more difficult. With the futures of key players like Luka Modric and Toni Kroos uncertain, Real Madrid may have to adjust their plans for the future, especially if they fail to land either Alexander-Arnold or Kimmich. Liverpool's January transfer window has been quiet, but their focus remains on long-term development. With players like Mohamed Salah, Alexander-Arnold, and Virgil van Dijk in contract discussions, the club is prioritizing both securing the present and planning for the future. One key area still needing attention is the defensive midfield position. which was left unaddressed after Liverpool's failed pursuit of Martin Zubimendi last Sue.